Make sure you use our URL so you know we sent you. Join built.com/LockedOnNFL to start earning points with your rent payments today. And now we have Mary Kay Cabot joining us from Berea, who just finished listening to Kevin Stefanski give his Tuesday media address. What's
Mary
up,
Kay, good to have you with us. Let's start with that. Anything stand out from Kevin Stefanski's press conference today?
Well, he was asked today how he feels about all of the hot seat chatter going on, and he did say that that he's not paying attention to any of that, that he's got to go out and try to win a football game on Thursday night, and he's learned enough in his career and his life not to listen to things like that. So he's not paying any attention to that. I thought that was noteworthy. He did address again the fact that he had Mike Vrabel on the sidelines with him with the headset on. That was his decision, and that was Mike Vrabel's decision as well. So those guys together, they're very good friends. They work well together, and it's all hands on deck right now. They need all the help that they can get to try to pull out of this slump and try to correct things and fix things. So they are relying on Mike Vrabel for some of that. And then Jed Wills, he'll try to practice today, but I don't know if it sounds that great for him to be able to go out and face the Steelers on Thursday night.
Okay, good. I was thinking of all hands on deck. I was going to ask about Jed Wills, but it makes me think about the left tackle situation. So I seen that they signed Jerron Christian. Do you think that going into this game, since it's a short week, that they stick with Jermaine Ifedi, who was a former teammate of mine, by the way, or do you think they go with Jerron Christian?
Not really sure how that's going to go yet. Since Jermaine has been here, maybe he's somebody that they will let get that start. But Jerron started games for them last year, 10 games for them last year. So he's someone that has experience doing that. He's a longtime veteran, and maybe they will want to do something like that against the Steelers. We know that they're going to have to deal with T.J. Watt, Cam Hayward, Patrick Queen, and they're going to try to identify a weakness and do anything that they possibly can to try to get to the quarterback. So we'll just have to see there, and they are going to try to keep it a mystery.
Mary Kay, one of the things that you came out and you kind of talked about was JOK. And about a week ago, I was doing Ultimate Browns, and I ran some sound from Jordan Hicks, and the way he was talking about JOK in terms of him coming back and his family, and he has people that care about him outside of football. And then he said something that I caught very slim, and I want to know what you take from it. He says, we're just hoping for a miracle. And I'm like, hoping for, I hope that was hyperbole. But, the Browns have been really quiet about the injury. It looked bad. They did say that he did have some feeling in his extremities and moving. But having movement in your limbs does not denote that you're 100% and ready to come back to play football. As a person with a lot of spinal cord injuries and surgeries, I'm always nervous about any time something happens like that. What are your thoughts on JOK? Are you hearing things? What have the Browns been saying? And could this be something that is more of a career-ending type thing than we once thought?
Well, I was the one who asked that question of Jordan Hicks, and the minute he said what he said, which included him saying, if I came home, I don't know what it would have been like if I had to come home like that to my wife and kids. That really stood out to me. And then saying that he's praying for a miraculous recovery, I put a headline on that immediately. I thought it really stood out to me as something that was an important quote from him. So we don't know exactly what's going on with JOK yet. We know this was a serious neck injury, and we know that he has to take his time healing from it. And the truth of the matter is they really don't know where this is going to go yet. Kevin Stefanski told us today he's doing well. That's good to hear. But the truth is that he's going to have to go through a bunch more scans and things like that before he can get back on the field. He's got 2 more games on IR this season, and I don't think he's going to play the rest of this season. And then I think it's going to be a matter of just him and his family and everyone deciding if it is safe for him to get back out there again.
Very scary stuff, Mary Kay. We're always we talk about football and we get worked up about football, but this is life. This is a whole different story. He's a special football player, and we all love watching him play. But guys, we've seen Denzel Ward play with all these concussions. You don't know what he's doing for his life in the future. JOK is obviously a very smart guy. Seems like a very nice guy. I've never met him personally, but by all accounts, he's a really nice guy. And this is scary stuff. I didn't realize until G mentioned it, and you had it in your article, that this was such a big deal and potentially career-ending. It's really sad if it comes to that, certainly. But it's obviously something you'll be following up on.
Yeah, I mean, I hope we're not overstating that. We really don't know anything yet. No one has said, oh, this could be career ending, so I don't want that to be the overarching takeaway from any of this. I mean, he could be back after this season. I don't think he's going to play again the rest of this season, but I don't know if it's going to be career ending, so I don't want to necessarily have that thought in everyone's mind, because he could be totally fine in a month. And we know that these guys, they're built differently. They're built to come back from these kinds of injuries. They are not the run-of-the-mill human being. They're just not. They come back from things that we never think that they'll come back from, like Nick Chubb has. So I don't think we should rule him out just yet, but I do think that the rest of this season, it would be safest for him not to play.
Mary Kay, this past game, a lot of talk has been about the effort, particularly on the defensive side of the ball. What was your thoughts on that? And was that asked to Kevin? And did he say anything or any comments about the effort of the way the defense finished that game?
Yeah, he thinks that the defense just was out-executed and gave fine effort. He doesn't think that he saw anyone give up, even though there were some situations where it may have looked like that a little bit. And I know Juan Thornhill was somebody that people were pointing to. We have to remember that Juan Thornhill is coming off of a calf injury, and he's out there playing and doing the best he can. But now he's actually platooning with Ronnie Hickman because of the calf in part. And so I just don't think a lack of effort is what you're seeing. I think that they got out-coached in that game. I think they got out-executed in that game, but I think they're still trying hard.
Mary Kay, Jameis Winston, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, almost 400 yards. We had a big conversation right here on UCSS about, where do you go from here? A lot of people are saying that at some point you need to see DTR and what you have in him. But how can you really sell that if Jameis Winston consistently is putting up some numbers like that? Is it a tough line to walk with the way they're going to approach the season? Because you got one hand, you want to see a young guy, but on the other hand, veterans want to have the best opportunity to win football games. And I think Jameis obviously gives you that best opportunity.
Well, I think right now they need Jameis's leadership. They need his experience. When you're going up against a veteran team like the Pittsburgh Steelers, you really don't want to throw Dorian Thompson-Robinson out there in that type of situation, especially with uncertainty at left tackle. You've got to move quickly. You've got to get that ball out very quickly. And I think this is a situation where Jameis is the best man for the job. And then from a leadership standpoint, you see him out there giving the pregame speeches and holding everybody together, even on the sidelines. So I just think to navigate these troubled waters right now, he's the right man for the job.
Rapid fire, Mary Kay, to finish it up. Your best guess. Will these guys be with the Browns? Yes or no? Best guess as of today. Andrew Berry, next year.
Yes.
Kevin Stefanski.
Yes.
Nick Chubb.
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going to say yes, because Nick Chubb is beloved here, and I think the Browns will do everything they can to keep him around.
And finally, Deshaun Watson.
Ooh, I'm going to say yes on that one too, in part because of the economics of the situation. I don't think it will be easy to part ways with him next season, because we've talked about this before, how it can trigger an enormous cap charge.
Man, that was too easy. Wyatt Teller, Joe Batonio, rapid fire.
I
think I'm done with rapid fire.
I gotta go.
We'll see you later.
We gotta go.
We'll see you later. Thanks, Mary Kay.